I would like to welcome all 20 contestants and 4 mentors on this call to the 37th annual Elite Model Look World Final. We are so excited to see all of you. Of course, we wish we were together in person, but I'm happy that we're able to keep this tradition alive and continue to find the new generation of talent. I would love to introduce to you our Global Chief Executive Officer, Julia Haart, who has joined us today for this Q&A, who will say a few words about our vision for Elite World and the future of Elite Model Look Contest.
Hi everybody, welcome. If you've made it this far, that means you are exceptional, hardworking, you've put in all your heart and soul, so congratulations for making it this far. That says a lot about your perseverance, your character, and your desire to succeed. So just you should know, give yourselves a pat on the back. This is already a huge achievement to be here today. In terms of what I see as the future of this industry and why I think you are coming into this industry at a very particular specific time. I don't have to tell everybody that the world has drastically changed in the last year, but the reality is that the digital revolution was coming regardless of Corona or not. All that Corona has done is fast forward that digital revolution. Now, when I talk about a digital revolution, I'm not just talking about the fact that we're sitting here doing an EML online, that our boot camps have been digital, that our training centers have become digital, that the finals are digital. What I'm talking about is something that to you is going to change your lives and enable you to have longevity in your career and develop financial control and build yourself into brands and businesses. And that to me is the future of this company. What used to be the traditional way is that you had to wait for a casting agent, a creative director, a magazine editor, somebody to say, ooh, I like your look. Oh, I like your style. I like something about you. Your career was not in your hands. With the advent of social media, you don't need to ask anyone permission. You don't need for anyone to tell you whether you're good, not good, right, not right. You choose. Today, what makes a talent is someone who has something to say, who stands for something, who believes in something, who has the wherewithal and capability to communicate to their audience. Because guess what? You are the new Vogue, you're the new Elle, you're the new ESPN. People aren't looking at the traditional sources anymore. They're looking to you. And our job here in Elite World Group is to give you every tool for your disposal to help you build yourself into a brand, to help build product, so that when you hit 35 or 37 or whatever that day is, and you're no longer bouncing a basketball or walking a runway, you've already established yourself as a brand. You can build product. You are a network that people go to for advice, and that's your power. And it's my job to help you get there. So this is why I do this, honestly, and why I'm so happy with this transformation of Elite World and Elite Model Look, because it isn't about your height or how pretty you are. Those are great. It is about who you are, what you stand for, how ambitious you are, how hungry you are, how hard you're going to work. If you have something unique and extraordinary, that's what this is about. It's about empowering people and helping them maintain freedom and financial independence. And so I'm very excited that you're here to begin this journey, because I don't think that at any time in this industry has there been a moment where talent has the power like they have today. And to me, this is fantastic and exciting, and it enables us to have freedom and to choose our destinies on our own. So I want to welcome you and wish you all a really good luck.
Beautifully said. Thank you, Julia. And speaking of people who have built brands and created themselves into bigger-than-life personalities, I am so thrilled to have an illustrious roster of mentors this year who have guided you through this process and who are here to support and help you through this process. Let's introduce them. First, we have the amazing Isabeli Fontana. Launching her career in 1996, representing Brazil in the Elite Model Look World Final, Isabeli quickly became a favorite of top designers, casting directors, and photographers. With such an illustrious and long career represented by women management, she's best known for her work with fashion brands such as Chanel and Versace, and regularly featured on the Victoria's Secret fashion show, Pirelli calendar, and Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Isabeli, it is so great to see you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Isabeli?
I'm home. I'm back in Brazil right now, and I'm having a good time here. It's raining nonstop.
That's amazing. From New York to Brazil, and I know we have a million other places around the world here on this Zoom call, and here we are all together. Next, I am thrilled to introduce you all to Ruben Rua, our very own EML finalist from 2005, representing Portugal, who is now a presenter at TVI after having walked for fashion houses like Dolce & Gabbana and Valentino. Ruben is an annual contributor to the Elite Model Look World Final as our model coach and is now a mentor for all of our incredible men's finalists. Ruben, welcome.
Hey guys, nice to see you, and thank you for having me another year. It's a great pleasure to be in this great team.
Okay, next up on our list of amazing mentors is the incomparable Jasmine Sanders. Jasmine, give us a wave. We are so thrilled to have Jasmine Sanders with us, joining Elite Model Look World Final as a mentor for our female model finalists. Jasmine will share her experience as a global fashion model and creator, working for a vast array of clients from Bulgari, Roberto Cavalli, Tommy Hilfiger, Fendi, Victoria's Secret, and so many more. Jasmine, it is so great to see you this morning.
Hello, it is so great to be here. Thank you guys for having me, and I am so excited to see all of you guys together. This has been such a great experience.
I love your background. It's clouds, and that's what today is all about, right? Dreaming that big dream and making them come true.
Exactly. I'm in a kid's room right now.
Well, it's so great to see you. And last but certainly not least, I am so thrilled to introduce everyone to Cameron Dallas.
Hello.
So great to see you. Cameron Dallas is a prominent media creator, model, and actor who got his start on creating incredible content on YouTube. He's since launched an album, starred in films like Expelled and Netflix's reality show Chasing Cameron. He's been the face of Calvin Klein and was in Broadway's recent production of Mean Girls, which is incredible. Cam, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So let's get to it, right? We've got an incredible opportunity for all of these questions. And I think we start off with Julia. Julia, why and how is Elite Model Look integral to scout the next generation of talent for Elite World Group?
We wanted to modernize the Elite Model Look and bring it into the century by giving people a voice. Right? Because it isn't just about how you walk a runway or how great you look in clothing. It's about who you are. You know, are you personable? Are you entertaining? Are you interesting? Will people listen to you? Will they follow you? So I love the fact that now when we're doing Elite Model Look, what we're searching for is different. We're searching for people with passion, with drive, with individuality, with uniqueness, who stand for something. Now, does that mean, of course, that we're not looking for traditional models? No, of course not. Of course, you need traditional models. That is an integral, foundational part of this business, but there's room for so much more. And there's no reason that you can't do both. Look at Cameron, right? And look at Jasmine, look at Isabeli. They've both done a mix of modeling, but also they've become icons, they've become networks, they've become brands, they've branched out in 1,000 different arenas. That's the future of this industry. And so I'm very excited because I think the way that we're doing the process now, the focus of the boot camps, the fact that we have digital influencers, this really takes this incredible opportunity into the future, because the great thing about Elite Model Look is that it's open to everybody in every country. And that's incredible. Look at the people on this Zoom call. How many nationalities are represented here? If only we could run the world, we'd probably be the best place on earth. We all get along.
The Nation of Elite World Group.
There you go, the Nation of Elite World Group. That's it. So yeah, so that's why I think, Elite Model Look as it stands today and in its transformation is really something to be proud of.
Our next question is for Isabeli. Isabeli, What do you remember feeling when you took part in Elite Model Look? Was it tough? And what would you tell yourself now?
I just jumped into something I had no idea I was walking in through, right? And I actually transformed my life. And I can tell myself these days that I had no idea where I was going through and how my future was going to become, but I made it through a great career, and I'm very thankful for Elite to trusting me, and the third place back in Brazil, here in Brazil, the whole Brazil. And when I had to fly over to Nice with the world, I wasn't even the finalist, which helped me a lot, because then I felt like I had to get away from my, from my comfortable zone. So I had to, so I'm not the finalist. What am I gonna do now? So I was like, there was a lot of things going on in my head. Like maybe I should try a different career, but I didn't. So my life was actually interesting, but it gave me strength, and I had to believe in myself, even though I was not the finalist, like the whole world thing, and I'm very, very happy for that.
And Isabeli, it's a great point you just made. You weren't the finalist, and look where you are today. So every one of you, even if you're not the winner, it doesn't matter. It's about, you've gotten here. That's in and of itself a massive achievement. Really be proud of yourselves.
Ruben, do you have any tips for the finalists for what they should do if they win and if they don't win?
I think that my advice should be the same for both. In fact, winning this type of contest, I usually say that you are entering in the fashion industry from a big door. But if you don't win the contest, you are still entering in the fashion industry, maybe on a smaller door. But what I can say is that it's very important to stay focused, to stay conscious that this is a job, this is not a joke. You are not working for pictures or for videos for your social media. It's very important to understand that the world is full of beautiful people with beautiful faces and great bodies. But what we are looking now is someone special. It's about charisma, it's about personality, it's about attitude. So we want to see who you are and not just as you look like. And as normally a model career is like a roller coaster, right? Today you are great and you are working a lot, and maybe tomorrow things are not working so well, and most of the castings clients will say no to you. So I think it's very important that the models that we are working now, they are able and they are ready to listen to these type of things, and to understand they need to be ready for this roller coaster, and to understand that a model career is made with up and downs. We work and we hope that will be more ups than downs, but to understand that things are not perfect every day. So stay focused, personality, attitude, charisma, and just be ready for this roller coaster of emotions. But it's quite of a great journey, so good luck to everyone.
Great answer, Ruben.
So we're going to move on to my favorite part of the Q&A, which is career advice, because I know I personally have a budding modeling career, and I'm hoping to gain a little insight from this conversation as well. So first for Julia, these finalists are at the beginning of their career, but what are some of the foundational steps that they can take now to build a career that will last? How do you start building a brand from day one? Great
question. Love this question. So I'm sure Isabeli and Jasmine and Cameron and everyone else can also give their input, because it's, this is something they've all done. From my perspective on the organizational level, the way to build yourself into a brand and make sure that you get paid the most for every modeling job, because you have an audience. You're bringing an audience with you. The way to do that is to think, okay, look at yourself in the mirror and take time. It's not happening overnight. And it's not an answer you have to have right now in your pocket. What is it that you love the most? What is it that separates you from everyone else, right? For example, I'm never gonna do a post or an article for weights because I'm a spaghetti arm. It's hard to pick up my handbag. It's not it's just not who I am. You have to understand who you are, what is integral and true to you, and focus on that and keep posting on that. That's what you talk about. That's what you post. That's what you become known for. Choose one thing, whatever it is. It could be deep sea diving. It makes no difference. It could be making cocktails. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you intrinsically love, that you want to be known for, choose it now. And then center every post in that direction so that you build a name for yourself and you create a brand and people become accustomed to associating you with this product or with this concept. Like for example, Jasmine, with your exercise, everybody knows that Jasmine is an exercise queen. How do they know that? Because she has consistently stayed on message. She has built that into a brand. Well, there's no time like the present. Start doing it today. And of course, if you become part of Elite World Group, we help you do it because we have production studios, editing bays, podcast studios. We've got producers, directors, content creators. We have it all in-house to help you. But the first step is you have to figure out what that is, because the only person who will know the answer to that question is you.
Jasmine, this is for you. You have a job tomorrow with a client you've wanted to work with for a long time. Do you have a routine or a go-to trick to help you prepare for that moment?
Ooh, lots of sleep. Lots and lots of sleep. And I definitely try to, like Julia said, I try to get my workouts in. It makes me feel good about myself. Like it's not to make sure that I'm the tiniest when I get on set. It's just so that I can feel like I've released stress. I can feel as confident as I can when I get on set, and getting a lot of rest, meditating, and listening to good music. I just try to keep myself in a really good mood, because at that point you just want to show the client the next day why they hired you, why you're meant to be there, and why you're good at what you do. So
thanks, Jasmine. This next question is for Cameron. Cameron, more young people today are wanting to utilize YouTube, Instagram, TikTok as platforms to establish their brand and express themselves creatively. How can they better leverage social media to distinguish them apart from others?
Well, having a platform to build on is huge in itself. And I think one of the most important things for me was building a relationship with my fans and with my followers, getting to know them, talking to them, seeing what's going on in their life, and really connecting with them in that way. And this will translate massively when you're working with a brand, because they're going to feel like they're a part of the journey with you.
Excellent. Great advice. This next question is for Isabeli. Isabeli, what was the moment you realized you had made it as a model? What was that moment in your life, that job?
I actually never thought I achieved somewhere, because there's always something like you want to work on it. There's always something that you want to get, a new job, a different thing. It's like, it's so huge, right? It's just so big. It's like, I never felt like I achieved somewhere. Like when I did Vogue, when I did Chanel, when I worked with the best people in the industry, it still has more stuff to do, more stuff to create, and more stuff to get involved with, art and all of that. So I never think I achieved somewhere, but I actually branded my name from these people, because these people really trusted the work I did, because I did all the best I could do. So I'm always like inspired in a new direction. So I feel like I have much more to do still.
You do.
Absolutely.
You absolutely do. We've got big plans, you and I.
This next question is for Ruben. Fashion has a reputation for being an industry with difficult personalities, but it's actually built on personal connections and friendships. Can you talk to us about your experience in Elite Model Look as a model and as a coach, and in the modeling industry? How important is it to be friendly and professional? Did you make lasting friendships during Elite Model Look or in your career that have helped you?
As I said before, it's not enough to have a beautiful face and have a great body. The market and the clients are very demanding, and I will say that nowadays people want more than just the American beauty of the 90s, you know, the great body and the great smile. I believe that fashion now is searching for people, is searching for your inside. Okay, you are beautiful, you are tall, you have a great body, but who you are, you know, show me who you are. I want someone charismatic to my brand. And now with social media, you need an extension of an image. It's not enough to have a great picture, because my campaign, I want a model that looks great, but I want some personality on the concept that I'm trying to sell to my clients. And of course, if I need to shoot with someone, I want the great model, I want the charismatic one, but I want the friendly one.
Julia, I want to talk about safety in the workplace. There are instances where people feel uncomfortable about a photo shoot or a backstage situation. What is your advice to young men and young women, or anyone, who find themselves in that position in order to firstly make themselves safe, and second, to take action?
I think honestly the most important thing that we can do is respect ourselves. Very often people are pressured into doing things and they second guess their own discomfort. Oh, maybe I'm being crazy, maybe I'm being too sensitive, maybe this is normal, what do I know, I'm young. Throw that noise out of your head. If someone is asking you to do something that doesn't feel comfortable, listen to your inner voice. Do not let any person in any place, no matter their job title, no matter their position, tell you that what you're feeling is wrong. Now, if you feel scared and you're really uncomfortable and you're afraid to even speak up and say, hey, I'm not comfortable, what you do, if you want to do it in a more, soft way where you don't have to be the tough one, you excuse yourself, you go to the bathroom, you say, I need a water break, you call your agent. You call your agent and you say, hey, I'm not comfortable. They asked me to do X, is this normal? Don't let people talk you into doing something you don't want to do. Listen to your inner voice. It's very rarely wrong. Very rarely wrong. So if you feel like, that's the warning bell, get out. If you don't feel comfortable saying it out loud to them because you feel like, oh, I'm not in a position to say something, just make a dumb excuse to leave the room, call your agent, and protect yourself.
Jasmine, often, models, talent, creators are seen as having, the perfect face or the perfect body or the perfect life. What have you learned over your career to deal with this type of pressure to either look good and just really finding balance in yourself?
Ooh, heavy question. During my lovely career, I've honestly just found it a lot easier to try not to be a perfectionist, to try not to compare myself to anyone else, to know that other people, we all look completely different. So if someone else is winning, cheer that person on. It's their time to win. You enjoy that. You cheer them on as much as you can. And then when your time comes, you make sure that you're mentally prepared for it and you kick butt. I have tried my hardest to just be a supportive friend, have supportive people around me, have a supportive team around me. Like I said, stay honest and true to myself, embrace my curves, understand that I can't do everything that every other model does, and just, like Julia said, sticking to my brand and knowing what I want to do with my career and going for it.
Beautifully said.
Beautifully said. This next question is for Cameron. What can you tell us about building an authentic and engaged community online? Who were some of your biggest supporters in your journey?
Well, like I was saying, one of the biggest and most important parts for me was, connecting with the fans and really building that relationship as far as like getting to know them and stuff. As far as the biggest supporters, I feel like they're some of the biggest supporters that you could have, your fans, your followers, people that are following you, right? Because they're gonna feel like they're on this journey with you, and or at least for me, they were helping me get these opportunities in the first place, because back in the day, you couldn't get a modeling job if you were under 6 foot and you're a guy. I'm only 5'9" and I'm out here doing campaigns and cool things like that. So they're giving you a huge opportunity to be able to go out and, you know, kill it in the world. Some of my other biggest supporters, you know, my family, my mom, but my agent.
Yes, was waiting for you to say that.
Especially in this realm, you know, it was Mario, and this guy was like my rock, you know, holding it down for me. Just like you were talking about, if anything made me uncomfortable, I would tell him immediately and he would get me out of that situation, you know, or like planning, you know, like telling him what your goals are, what your dreams are, and like really working together to make sure that you guys are accomplishing what you guys want to do, especially in the fashion world, is really important. And I could say that, you know, a lot of the credit to where a lot of the credit that got me to where I am goes to my agent.
Thanks, Cam.
Great answer. Thank you, Cameron.
Isabeli, can you talk to us about some of your spiritual and self-care routines that are most important for giving you the strength to be the best that you can possibly be?
Really important topic. It's because being spiritual, for me, it's being physical, because we have to treat ourselves good in sense of caring about yourself, believing in yourself. So the thing is, how do you love yourself and create things that you feel important in your life? You like the role model of your life, and not to be like copying the others. Oh, because the other one did that, I'm supposed to do that too because that's hot, that's fashion, or that's modern. No, like look into yourself and find love. Create a bigger space of if you don't love yourself, if you check yourself in the mirror and you feel like, oh my God, I'm looking horrible, don't do that. Just look into yourself and create space in what matters, what is beautiful on you. Everything is energy, everything is spiritual. So we're living a physical, spiritual world. That's my sense. You first love yourself, respect yourself, and care about yourself. That's the key.
Isabeli, so beautifully spoken. And honestly, you know, whenever I speak to you, and I think this is such an important thing, I always get like this shot of positivity. You have such a positive outlook on the world, and that impacts everything in your life. And so, yeah, well, beautifully said.
Ruben, in the modeling business, often we hear the word no. And then maybe everyone can chime in on this, because I know everyone on this Zoom call has heard the word no a few times, especially during castings or any time you're up for a potential job. What is your advice for dealing with rejection and going on to fight another day?
Working in the model industry as a model, it's a job which rejection is part of it. And you need to understand this before you start to work. If you think that will be very fast to become a top model and you will be a top model for 10 years and you are going to do everything, it doesn't work that way. It's hard to work, it's hard to get succeed, and it's even harder to stay in the first line for many, many years. So the first thing is you need to be ready to listen and know. Because most of the castings you will do, no will be the most common answer. And you need to understand that when the yes come, and we hope that a lot of yeses can arrive during a long time, very quick things can change, because new faces are arriving every day. And you know the business, one day you're hot, next day you are not. So that's why it's important to understand who you are, to have your feet on the ground and to enjoy the moment. The maximum you can do is to give your best. That is the most important thing. Every day, it's a new fight, it's a new casting, it's a new job. Every day is different from the last one. This is one of the things I like most in modeling, you know, because one day I go to see this client and next day I go to see another client, and one day I'm shooting an editorial where I'm a businessman, and next day I'm shooting in Bahamas a swimwear campaign. So it's very challenging. And as it is challenging and rejection is part of that, you need to be strong. You need to have a mentality of a winner. You need to believe in yourself and to give your best. And to give your best is to arrive on time, to arrive in the best condition possible, and being nice and accepting a no. because sometimes it's not me. I gave my best, but the client was looking for another type of model, so I heard a no. Sometimes they are looking for someone that looks like me, but I have to accept that some models sometimes can be better than me, and maybe he saw another person that liked most, and that's fine. And my moment will arrive.
We're moving on to the Q&A from our finalists. I know a lot of our finalists have questions for Julia and for our mentors today. So I'm gonna call on a few finalists, and please feel free to ask your questions. So first, let's hear from Nella from Croatia.
Hi, Nella.
Hi, Julia. As you were saying earlier, I also believe it's really important for women to have control and freedom over their careers. So my question for you is, how does the Elite World Group support women to be successful in their pursuit of who they want to become?
Wow. Okay, probably my favorite question so far. Sorry, I like her question better than yours.
Oh, that's all right.
So this is literally what I consider, some people have careers, some people have jobs, some people have callings. This is my calling. And my calling is to help women and men to really build financial independence so that they don't have to ask permission. How we do that is very simple. Well, it's not actually very simple, but it is simple now because we've structured and organized it. What we've done is we've brought in all the in-house expertise that you need to get your message across. So for example, let's say I was 30 years younger and I was starting out in this industry, right? And I love to dance, okay? So what I would do is I would want to create content around dancing so people would start to get to know me for dancing. Now, just because I'm good at dancing doesn't mean I'm good at creating content. Doesn't mean I'm good at telling a story. It's not easy to have a video, to create compelling stories. It's not easy to share your message. My job is to give you all the tools so that you can share your message. And how much you utilize that is up to you. Meaning, we've got everything here. You know what we do, we sit down, we speak to you from day one so that we understand and we work together to figure out what's your passion. Once we ascertain what your passion is, we give you all the support you need to start building yourself in that digital space that will reflect that passion and get you to begin to becoming known for this particular thing. Once that's done, we connect you to brands that connect with your passion, because brands will like it because it feels authentic, because it's what you talk about anyway. And then when you become a little more established, you make your own brand. So when you're 49 and sleeping in your bed, you're making money. So it's about, from day one, knowing what the end goal is, understanding that it's my job to make you into a network and a brand. You are the media. I have to give you every tool at my disposal to help you monetize your digital presence. Great question.
Next up, our next finalist is Alione from Senegal.
How do you divide between your career, your family, and yourself?
It's a disaster. I'm not gonna lie. People always say, Julia, you have no balance in your life, you work too much. Guess what? They're right. I have no balance and I work too much, but it's in your best interest that I continue doing that. You know, I think balance is great and wonderful, and I hope all of you achieve it. I think women today, so much pressure is put on them to be perfect and to have everything balanced, and that, oh yes, family life is fabulous and work life is fabulous and I can manage it all, and no, that's a lie. It's a lie. There's no person on earth who works these hours and has a balanced life. And if anyone tells you that, they're lying to you and they're making you feel bad for no good reason. You want to accomplish something, you're not going to have balance for a while. You're going to have to work harder and play less.
Next up, we have Lola from France. Lola, wave so we can see you on the Zoom.
Where's Lola? Oh, hey, Lola.
Hi, Lola.
So my question for you is, what professional project did you face the most challenge?
That's a good one. I think the project I'm undertaking right now. And that is to transform the industry and put the power in the hands of the talent. The power has been in the hands of a small coterie of powerful fashion elite for too long. Now it's our turn. It's your turn. And so to me, this is the challenge. The challenge is transforming this industry, giving women and men power, control, financial independence. This is my challenge, and I'm really enjoying it.
And finally, we have Aisha from Italy.
Hi.
Hi, Aisha.
Hi, Aisha.
So my question is, nowadays, the line between models and influencers is getting thinner. Do you think that in the future, the role of a model should use their visibility and platform to make a positive change in the world?
No, I don't think it's in the future. I think it's today. Why are we waiting for the future? Do it now. The idea is, of course, use your voice in the service of good. The bigger you become, the more, they say with great power comes great responsibility. It's true. Use your platform to send love, not spew hate, right? Use your platform to create a community, to help others, to send messages of connectivity and positivity. Don't wait for the future. Do it today.
Guys, this has been really fantastic. I want to thank all of our mentors for joining us today and shedding some light on their careers and providing us with some amazing advice. I also want to thank Julia for joining us and answering all of your questions. Any last thoughts?
All I want to tell all of you is I think you're all extraordinary. Looking at your faces, thinking of how great your futures can be, I just want to wish you all of the luck. And my one piece of advice to you is don't give up. Just don't give up. Nothing is impossible if you stick to it. I am literally living proof of that. Be as stubborn as you can to get what you want and stick to your guns and go for your goal. No one can stop someone who is that determined. So be 10 bajillion times more determined than everyone else. Good luck.
And from our mentors, I know each and every one of you has a team of finalists. Jasmine, any final parting words of wisdom or encouragement for your team?
I don't want this to be over. That's the first thing. But congratulations to all of you. Like Julia and Robert have said, you guys have come a very, very long way. So just pat yourself on the back for where you are today. Congratulate yourselves for where you are today and keep pushing. Like, do not give up. I've been doing this since I was 13 years old. Like Isabeli said, there's never a moment where you feel like you've done enough and you've achieved every goal. So just keep going for new goals every week. You guys got this.
Awesome. Cameron?
Yay, Jasmine.
Thank you, Jasmine. Cameron, any parting words for your team?
I would just say continue to be yourself and kill it. You know, this is a huge opportunity and they're going to keep coming, whether it's coming in a lot and you're feeling overwhelmed or whether it gets a little slow. It's part of it and you just gotta take it with a grain of salt, and it's fun, honestly. Like, I did not think I would like the fashion industry this much. And when I started to, book photo shoots and I started to get out of my comfort zone and things like that, it really helped build character. And I'm really excited to see what it does for you guys.
Thank you, Cameron. Well said.
Isabeli, any words for your team?
Well, you guys said it all. Julia, Cameron, and Jasmine. It was beautiful, beautifully said. I mean, it's just that my team, they should feel winner because they are, and just feel it. You got it.
Thank you, Isabeli. And last but not least, Ruben, any parting words of encouragement for your team?
Elite Model Look is the biggest modeling contest in the world. The major supermodels, a lot of them started here. So being a world finalist, I think it's something already great. It's a huge achievement that you should feel proud already. Of course, there is one winner, but even if you don't win, come on guys, you are in the world final, you know what I mean? Well done.
Well guys, we wish you all luck and we'll see you soon.
Bye everyone.